Hey guys, what's up? My name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing 4 fall DIY home decor pieces. I hope you guys enjoy them. I'm so excited to be shooting this video for you guys. You guys seem to really like my last DIY video, which was an IKEA TV stand. I'll definitely leave that video down below for you guys. I'm actually working on a fall decorate with me, which a lot of these pieces will be featured on that video, so be sure to check it out. If you guys decide to do any of these projects, please be sure to share your projects with me on Instagram. I would love to see it. I'll leave my handle down below and I'll also leave it on the screen here. I'm currently working on getting to 50 subscribers, so please go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate your support. You subscribing really does help my channel and can help me make some more of these videos. So if you guys do enjoy DIYs and home decor, please be sure to subscribe. Now, without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, so the first DIY we're gonna do is a fall doormat. The first step to making this doormat is to create stencils. So I'm gonna head over to Canva to find the perfect text. I used the font Nord for the words it's and y'all, and the font Apricots for the word fall. I then went on to Google to find some images of pumpkins and leaves and then pasted them on to PowerPoint. Once I got all my lettering and images, I printed them out. Once you have the designs printed, it's time to make the stencils. I found this thin cardboard box at Walmart for about $1 or $2. You're gonna tape your image onto the cardboard and start cutting it out with an X-Acto knife or even a box cutter. You don't have to be super precise with this, but you just want to make sure that you can get as close as you can. Alright, so once you have your stencils cut out, it's time to paint them onto the mat. I got this mat from Target for about $10, but you can literally find mats like these anywhere. I started off by placing my text down on the mat and arranging them the way that I wanted them to go. Once you have your stencils the way you want them, you can go ahead and tape them down using painter's tape. Don't forget to tape down the insides of the letters and be sure to tape them down really well, because trust me, they're going to move everywhere when it's time to paint. Once your stencils are arranged the way you want them and taped down securely, it's time to start applying the paint. I found that using a paintbrush with a flat surface was the easiest way to do this because you'll be able to dab the paint onto the mat a lot easier. I started off with this black acrylic paint. I got these acrylic paints from Walmart for 50 cents each, which is literally a steal. Generally, using the paint wasn't too bad. At first, I was worried that it wasn't gonna work, but it did. All right, I just got done with this It's Fall, y'all, and it's looking really good. I just did it with this black acrylic paint. I was a bit worried because I didn't know if it was gonna work. It took a lot of paint. It took like about 3-4 coats and a destroyed manicure, but it's looking good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put little leaves and pumpkins around using orange and black paint, and hopefully this turns out good. It's looking good so far. You can also spray paint your stencils onto your mat if you want a faster and easier method. Just be sure to tape off your mat really well because you don't want spray paint getting everywhere. Once you finish painting on your stencils, let the mat dry for a couple of hours and you're done. This was such an easy and customizable DIY. You can literally put whatever you want on this mat. Also, this DIY was super affordable as well. It ended up coming out to about $20, which is super cheap for a seasonal mat. Alright, so this next DIY, I would hardly call a DIY, but I still wanted to include it because it came out so cute and it's literally one of my favorites. I found this pumpkin for 60% off at Michael's as I was checking out, and I just had to get it. I'm going to start off by cutting out the top part of the pumpkin. I just used a box cutter for this and it was really easy. It didn't really give me much trouble. Once you get the top off, stick some of your favorite fall florals in it. I went with these orange flowers. I don't know what these are called. They might be hydrangeas. Don't come for me if I'm wrong. The tag didn't include the name, so I'm really sorry about that. But I really liked how this DIY came out. It was one of my favorites, and I'm so excited to style it in my room. The next DIY that we're making is a fall pillow. I'm gonna start with this pillow that I got from IKEA and add some pom-poms to it. There's a million and one ways to make pom-poms. I found that the easiest method to make pom-poms is the way that I'm about to show you now. So you're first gonna start off with your yarn of choice. I got these 3 colors and I got them from Michaels. Next, you're going to get a piece of cardboard and trace 2 circles onto it. I use this candle as a reference, but generally you're gonna want to draw a circle the size in which you want your pom-poms to be. Now you're gonna draw a smaller circle inside of the larger circle. As a reference, I use a 1/4. So now that you have your circles drawn, you're gonna go ahead and cut out the larger circle first. Once your larger circle is cut, you're gonna cut out the smaller circle, but you're gonna leave a little gap the way that I did. So now that you've cut out your circle, you have this disc. You're gonna use this disc to trace out your second disc. So now you should have 2 discs. Once you have both of your discs cut out, you're gonna sandwich them together and start wrapping your yarn around them. Be sure not to wrap the yarn too tight or it's gonna be impossible to cut them off later. I wrap my yarn around the disc about 130 times, which sounds absolutely ridiculous, but I really wanted my puffs to be fluffy. Once your yarn is wrapped to your desired thickness, you're gonna get a pair of scissors and cut the yarn in between the gap of the 2 discs. Make sure that you keep the cut yarn inside of the disc while you do this. Now that you have your yarn cut, you're going to cut another piece of yarn and tie it around the cut strings like so. And I knotted this off about 4 to 5 times, just to make it extremely secure. And there you have it, you have your pom-poms. So I made 18 pom-poms to fit a 20 by 20 pillowcase. Attaching these pom-poms are gonna require a bit of sewing, but I promise it's super easy. Alright, I found an even easier way to connect the pom-poms to the pillow. The thread that we used to make the pom-pom, we're gonna actually use to thread the pom-pom through to the pillowcase. So I'll show you what I mean. So you're gonna get a needle that's specifically for yarn. You're going to get your yarn, pull it through the needle, and push the needle all the way back to the base of the pom-pom. Now you're gonna get your needle and push it through the pillow, and that's gonna take the thread with it. So now all you have to do is literally just tie a knot. I just did about 4 knots, and now I'm just gonna cut the excess string. And that's it. Between this method and the sewing with the regular needle and thread, I would definitely say that this is the easiest method. And there you have it. You have the 3rd DIY, a super simple and easy pillowcase, or in my case, a pillowcase upgrade. Whichever you decide, I'm sure it's gonna come out so cute. Last but definitely not least, we are making a wreath. This was my personal favorite and I really liked how it came out. First, you're gonna start by getting your favorite flowers and leaves and plucking or cutting them into smaller, more manageable sized pieces. I got these flowers from Michaels. Once your florals are prepped and ready, you're gonna get your wreath. I found this one from Michaels, but I also found this one from the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna use the one from Michaels because I want part of my wreath to be exposed. Now you're gonna start by hot gluing your flowers and leaves onto your wreath. I started out with these flat pinkish colored leaves. I glued them diagonally onto one another, and once I got about halfway, I switched the direction of them. Once I got the base of the flat leaves down, I went in with these green leaves. I just stuck them in where I thought that they looked good with really no rhyme or reason, to be honest. Don't be afraid to pull out pieces that don't work, and be sure to take occasional steps back just to look at your wreath dead on to see where there's gaps and places that need to be fuller. Now I got these white flowers and glued them down to the center of my wreath. I wanted these to be the focal point, so I kept them in the middle. I also used the leaves that came with the flowers to add some more texture and dimension and color to my wreath. I just got this wreath done and it came out so much better than I thought it was. I'm actually really surprised at how good it came out. I did stop because I burned the heck out of all of my fingertips. These other ones you can't tell, but this one, it burned so bad. But it was totally worth it and I loved how it came out. I was so surprised with how easy this DIY was and was very pleased with the outcome. And that was my fall home decor DIYs. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. If you decided to do any of these projects, please be sure to share it with me on Instagram. I would love to see it. Again, I will leave my handle down below for you all and also leave it up on the screen for you all here. If you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. Comment down below with what your favorite project was. And don't forget to hit subscribe if you like all things home decor. See you on the next video. Bye.